I would like to just go back for a second because you had mentioned how this would affect your organization, and I'm curious as to how it will affect
Well, again, it's one of the points that I've already laid out. Just the is it me or?
you. Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So as I've laid out some of the points here previously in the testimony, we've already experienced some of the negative effects of this bill because there are people actively saying that pregnancy centers are being deceptive and misleading. And what we'll see through the testimony, written testimony, and public testimony, I think again this time, is you're going to have some people that are going to say, "Oh, it's not all pregnancy centers." However, they're very reluctant to say which pregnancy centers are which and which aren't. But there are going to be folks who are going to say that it's all pregnancy centers that are being deceptive. And there's written testimony that's been submitted to the committee already that says it's all pregnancy centers. So this is the active narrative that's already happening. So I think that's the first part. The second part of it too is what is considered to be deceptive advertising. Again, when we start looking to see the things that are being brought up and being told to be deceptive, I would not ever think them to be deceptive. I have a lot of other folks that are in different industries that would agree as well. And so there's a concern there that there's these differing ideas on what they consider to be deceptive. I think that when the time comes and the executive director for NARAL testifies later this afternoon or evening, in her testimony, she actually screenshots two things that she considers to be deceptive that I would not. And some of the other things that have come up constantly is this bus ad that I think a pregnancy center's Birthright runs that says pregnant need help, pregnant we can help. That is being called as being deceptive. So here's my concern. There's things that we're doing that I am 100% confident about that's not being deceptive. However, people are going to not like what we're doing. And in that effort, they're going to say that this is happening and this is deceptive. And so my biggest concern, not just for my organization, but for our like organizations, is we're going to be spending a lot of time in court. We're going to be spending a lot of time fighting every time something happens or is being accused of with the Attorney General.
So do you get any money from the state of Connecticut for your organization?
No, we're privately funded. We don't receive any money from federal or state agencies.
Okay. And in talking with the about deceptive, isn't there a law already that prohibits deceptive advertising?
It is, and it's through the consumer protection. But the argument is whether a pregnancy center is covered under that law. And again, I'm just reiterating the simplest, the most elegant solution is just to close that gap. This way, in the event that there was deception happening through a pregnancy center, there would be appropriate and due process to investigate it.
I would agree with that because I think if it's a law, it is already covered. So I would agree with you on that point. Thank you.